Well, good morning, everyone. Let's take our Bibles to Psalm 62. Psalm 62 for our Sunday morning recap. It was a great day at the journey. I hope that you were able to be there with us. We did have some technical difficulties for the beginning of our live stream, and so if you were watching online, you didn't get involved in the service till about 10:30 or so, maybe even later than that, and we apologize for that, but we think we got to figure it out, and hopefully we'll be back online without a glitch next Sunday morning. But it was a great day in the house of the Lord. Really something that you really wouldn't have wanted to miss. But I realize that it's still the tail end of vacation season, and so many of you are still traveling. But we had just a really good time. We prayed over our college freshmen heading off to college, and just a lot going on there. But Psalm 62 was really important because on Sunday we expanded the area of God's protection to include stability. That's what Psalm 62 is really talking about. It's not talking about a one-dimensional kind of protection where if an enemy advances on us that they won't be able to hurt us. It's talking about stability in life because there's all kinds of stuff going on in our world, and we could get knocked off course even by things that seem like they're no big deal. God doesn't say they're a sin, and so I can do those anytime I want to. Those things can oftentimes get in the way of our relationship with the Lord, and so walking with the Lord not only gives us safety from enemies, but it also protects us from ourselves, giving us stability in life because our focus is His will. Let me read just the first two verses to get us started in Psalm 62. Notice them with me as I read. It says, "Truly my soul waiteth upon God, from Him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my my defense." Listen to this next phrase. "I shall not be greatly moved." That means I won't get knocked off course in a big way. I might get knocked down. I might notice that it's really rough seas or really difficult path, but I will be upright and I will continue to go towards the Lord. That's what He's encouraging us. And so He opens it up though with slow down. This is something that we don't like to hear when God tells us to make space for Him to guide us through tough times and many of the life-impacting decisions we face every day. Most people make life-altering decisions without even considering God or what God would want or the impact on my faithfulness to Him. People have changed careers. They've chosen to chase after dreams, all at the expense of their relationship with God because they somehow believe that they can do everything and still be close to the Lord. And most don't even notice that weeks or even months, for some, nearly a year goes by without even a serious look in God's direction, and certainly no time is allowed to be a worker or a soldier for His plans or purposes because they've made some consuming decisions that are all about building an earthly kingdom. In fact, we notice that there are so many things said in this chapter, this psalm. It says in verse number 5, it says, "My soul waiteth upon God, only on God, for my expectation is from Him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved." In God is my salvation and my glory, my rock and my strength, my refuge. It's all in God. And it basically says this: trust Him in all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before Him. God is the refuge for us. And so we notice that God is saying, please stop trying to find everything that you need in the world. Find your resources, your strength, your purpose, the direction of your life in Him. And that's just really tough for us. As we've already noted in the Psalms before, that listen, Satan makes contingent promises too, just like the contingent promise of God's protection. If we'll walk with Him, He will protect us. If we'll walk with Him, He'll stabilize our path. Well, Satan makes the same types of promises that have contingencies. The contingencies for him are, if I'll give you this, if you keep your distance from the Lord. And many people don't realize that the things they think are blessings, if they're keeping them from the Lord, they're not actually blessings. They are concessions to the enemy. The enemy of us, he really doesn't care how he gets us to stay away from the Lord. If he can get us broken in sin, then that's great. Or if he can just get us distracted into our own little world, he'll do that too. Whatever we decide to do, we need to understand this. Jesus is our safety. He's our stability. He's also our salvation from sin, but he's also our rescuer in the time of need that we have on this planet. And so I want to encourage you, trust in the Lord. You can trust him in all things. You can trust him at all times. Have a great start to your week.